is about the acceptance to move on. So when we discuss with the neuropeaks what the right program for Zarif at that point of time, the doctor lay out the track for Zarif. But at that point in time, we discovered that Zarif should be go straight to speech therapy. But then according to the doctor, no, you have to settle the most important part, which is the occupational therapy. Because Zarif has some sensory issue. So we have to look on his sensory, tactile, etc. Then look at his motor, gross motor and fine motor. I think it took us about years for this. Just to settle on occupational therapy. Then when Zarif able to stabilize his occupational therapy, where he have the better sensory and he able to coordinate his motor accordingly, then the doctor suggested us to go to the speech therapy. But prior to that, the session that we did for occupational therapy is one-on-one, is very personalized session. And at the same time, the doctor also put Zarif in a group or a pairing for make sure that he socialize, where he learn how to take turn, where he learn to instruction and basically have some tolerance with his partner. Next, the doctor say once Zarif already achieve the milestone in occupational therapy, then he recommended us to go for speech therapy. So it took Zarif, I think, a year in his speech therapy, where he learned on how to converse, the right words, the directions, etc. But again, the experience that Zarif faced throughout this therapy, because these two therapies is indoor therapy, so he have that grudge, macam he tak nak pergi lah sebab he know when he going to therapy, he have to follow the instruction A to B, B to C. So he a bit rebellious that every time when we send him, dia akan menangis. And then it takes some time for him to cooperate with the therapist during the session. After a while, we discover from the doctor that why not you guys sign up Zarif for this hippotherapy. It's an outdoor thing, and then there's a lot of results proven from the hippotherapy. So we sign up the hippotherapy session for 10 sessions with Green Apple, one of the prominent hippotherapy services in Malaysia. So we can see quite an improvement for Zarif when he did the hippotherapy session here. I will share more hippotherapy in the next slide. Then now, since Zarif already in standard 1, PKI, in fact, when he was in the kindergarten, we signed up him to a swimming lesson and music piano lesson. For your information, Zarif attended, when he was 4, he attended normal mainstream kindergarten, where at that time, he was basically the teacher able to accept him, the mainstream teacher able to accept him, but in the classroom, Zarif at the low end. He still lack of socializing with the kids. Dia masuk sekolah, dia just terus pergi buat dia punya hal sendiri. Then 6 months in mainstream kindergarten, then we discovered there's a new kindergarten that specialized for disability students. So we sign up him there for I think 1.5 years. So of course there's a intervention program in the kindergarten itself. Then when he was 6 years old, we signed him back to mainstream kindergarten. So Alhamdulillah, he able to cope and able to excel. Although it's not as per mainstream like administration, but his progress is magnificently incredible. Which I feel that from his non-verbal to low verbal, now he able to speak, although not same like his age, but he able to converse, he able to express throughout this early intervention program. So that's him. twice a week check-in at intervention centers. One in a hospital, one is a private intervention center near to our house. Some of his activity, sensory and gross motor exercise, and at his kindergarten, fine motor exercise. Basically, Zari have some difficulties to hold a pencil in a longer time. So dia akan rasa macam penat lah nak tulis ni. So dia akan rasa try cari alasan lah untuk tidak tulis lama-lama. Well, this is swimming, special needs swimming lessons. We sign up Zarif. So in here, all kids memang suka air. So through the water activity, we can see Zarif really, and plus it's an outdoor thing. Zarif really love and really looking forward to every each of his swimming lesson here. Then hippotherapy, 10 sessions of hippotherapy. As you can see that in this photo, hippotherapy, Zari have to ride on top of the horse and then have to do some therapy activities with the horse. Okay. So of course, mula-mula I kata, what do you mean by hippo? So hippo meaning horse in Latin. So that's why I call it hippotherapy, or basically horse therapy. It's a treatment with help of the horse. So it's a medical treatment option that involves the specially trained therapy horse as treatment tool. So the movement of the horse too will engage sensory, neuromotor and cognitive system. So as you see, Zari kena diri atas tu, it looks easy, but then even like us, normal people, to stand up on top of the horse and then have to balance and do the coordination, your leg, your eye, and then your hand have to coordinate, and then they have to give something macam barang to pass from one hand to right hand and vice versa. And then Zari kena duduk ke belakang, ke depan, baring. So I think it's such a privilege for us to have this hippotherapy as part of Zari intervention program. That's Bambi, the trained therapy horse for Zari. Okay, this is Zari's favorite free time, reciting Al-Quran. Surprisingly, when Zari start to speak a low verbal, and then to correct at this stage, he started to suka tengok huruf-huruf Jawi, and then dia baca Iqra tu. Of course dalam kindergarten dia baca Iqra, and then dia dapat tangkap, and then dia start baca surah-surah pendek. And then dia boleh huruf lah, Iqra kan ada Iqra 1, Iqra 2, so dia boleh mengeja, and then dia start boleh membaca. And then we discover that Zarif tak perlu disuruh, dia akan ambil Al-Quran and just baca. So we don't mind about his tajwid ke kan, dia punya nahwu tak betul, tapi we would like to encourage him because that's where he express, dia boleh baca and then dia tahu kat mana surah-surah tu. In fact, when we went to bookstore, the first thing dia akan cari kat mana section Al-Quran. So dia akan capai dan dia akan baca. Ada some funny moment lah when we went to this western bookstore kan, punya Al-Quran very limited atau tak ada langsung, dia akan tanya, Abah, Al-Quran? Dia tanya kan. So Alhamdulillah, that's dia punya passion, and then from there, dia sebab dia suka dengar mengaji, dia able to tangkap daripada cerita Al-Hijrah kan, TV Al-Hijrah orang mengaji, dia akan suka dan dia akan recite accordingly. So dia pun sekarang sejak PKP ni kita punya Bilal lah dekat rumah, dia akan azan. I wish I can share the video later to you guys.